Hi everyone, we're going to talk about makeup in the menopause. Is it the same? Well, yes, it is the same essentially, but we can use lots of different formulas. It's a really interesting topic to talk about, one because it's not really talked about that much, and there are small details that you can change and different formulas that you can look for that will make a whole world of difference. Now, I'm not in my menopause, but I've been doing a lot of research with women who are going through the early stages and are in full menopause. Not on Dr. Google at all, with physical friends of mine, yeah, real friends of mine, to get the best advice and knowledge. And the one thing I can tell you straight away, as I'm sure you'll know if you're going through it, is that everyone's symptoms are different, but there are a few that are the same. And obviously the first one is the hot flushes, or flashes if you're in America. And those moments when these happen, it literally takes over everything. You have to stop talking, you have to derobe, and your whole face changes, perspires, and becomes very red. So wearing makeup then is quite difficult, but don't worry, I've got some great tips to show you. First of all, I wanted to talk about your skin. Now, when the estrogen levels drop in your skin, sadly, the collagen depletes and your skin feels less bouncy, thinner, and it just has a lot more movement in it because it doesn't have as much elasticity and bounce in it. I'm going to talk to you about just two products. There are many on the market, but I'm going to talk to you about Vichy. Vichy has spent over 20 years of research in their labs looking after women's skin going through the menopause. They have a new product at the moment, which I've only had for 10 days. Now, this isn't the easiest word to pronounce. Neovadial is the name, and this is called Photosculpt, and this is for your neck and face, and it's a really lovely, rich cream. They have a day cream and they have a night cream. Now, I'm going to keep this top line because I'm not a scientist and I'm not going to pretend that I am, because I think portraying really important, correct information is key. And if you like these products, or you like the look of these products, then it's totally up to you to go and research a little bit further. But Vichy claim that these products will act like a corset to your skin. They are so rich, I've got nothing on my skin obviously, they are so rich and hydrating that on my skin, which is not menopausal, so I really can't honestly tell you whether it will make a difference, but the people who have got testing it at the moment are really, really enjoying it, and they say their skin feels so hydrated. Your skin might start to become a little bit oilier, so you might be really struggling with that. So you probably wouldn't want something that really hydrates your skin. You would want to use something like salicylic acid with a little bit of hyaluronic, because the salicylic acid will remove all the oil from your pores, and the hyaluronic will hydrate your skin without making it feel excessively hydrated. The other company I want you to have a look at is VENeffect. It's run by two sisters, one who's been in the beauty industry for 20 years and one who's a gynaecologist. And their whole focus of their brand is what happens when the estrogen levels drop in your skin. Your skin becomes a little bit dull, lackluster. And they've created these phytoestrogens that mimic estrogen in your skin to make your skin look as lovely as it does on your best day. So this could be just when you're going through your period normally, but also, obviously, when you're going through the menopause. So there's two brands that specifically target the formulations of their products to women's skin who's lacking in estrogen. And that will happen, but it'd be different for each person. The one thing, and I've said it many times before, is that when you're hydrating your skin, make sure you exfoliate it. And that doesn't have to be something that is scratching at your skin like a physical exfoliant. It can just be a very simple AHA. You can buy them anywhere. Use them on a cotton pad all over your skin before you moisturise, and that will allow the products to really sit well in your skin. Your skin might become a little bit irritated. It might become very sensitive. So just go easy on it, but make sure you exfoliate and hydrate so that when you put your makeup on, your skin just allows the makeup to look radiant and fresh. So before you start your makeup, make sure that you've got a lovely lightweight SPF on your skin. I love the ones by La Roche-Posay, but there are hundreds of great SPFs to sit under makeup. Just to start, as my primer, I'm going to use a brightening CC serum, and this is by Terry. And I'm just going to use this just on the outer areas of my skin, not on the centre panel because I'll naturally have a little bit of oil there throughout the day, but just on the outside perimeter of my skin, just to give myself a glow. Now, is it worth putting on foundation when you get a hot flush? Why not? and I have the best one for you. This is Clinique Super Fit Foundation. Yeah, if you're a makeup lover and you know the packaging, you'll know that it's actually a workout makeup. I mean, who wears makeup when they go to the gym? I know it's a new thing, but I definitely don't. Comes in a little squeezy pot like this, super easy to put on, but this is such a lovely formula. It feels like silk going onto your skin, and it creates this sort of soft matrix over your skin so that when you perspire, it allows your skin to perspire, it doesn't block your skin, it doesn't feel heavy, and when your skin temperature has dropped and your skin's calmed down, guess what? It's still there, and it just softens the redness in your skin. I haven't used a brush for this at all, I'm just using my fingers because it's so silky. I came across this when I was working with a lot of women that were going through chemotherapy and having the hot flushes, and it was a massive hit. Okay, so this shade is, let me just check, it's light, and I'm just going to use my Look Good Feel Better foundation brush just to make sure the application is seamless, but it honestly feels so light. So if you're one of those people who don't like to wear foundation purely because of the feel of it, that's a perfect one. Now concealer wise, this is a great one. Water Weight Concealer by MAC. Now a little bit goes a long way, so when you use the dropper, just make sure that you only need a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit like that. Now I'm just going to apply this to the darker areas. Now this has got such a great capacity to lighten those darker areas of my face without, one, sitting in the lines, and two, without looking heavy. And again, this will last. I mean, if you got caught in a rain shower, for instance, a really heavy downpour, as long as you didn't touch your face or you just patted your face, your skin would look exactly the same. I like to use this for weddings or for big shoots if we're on a beach, because it just really lasts on the model's skin. And it's such a great formula. And those two products together, I can't tell you, are really lightweight and really, really good. Now I will say, with powder, if you need powder, I would use a translucent powder. A translucent powder means a powder with no colour. Because when you do perspire and you've got a coloured powder, sometimes the pigment in the powder gathers and collects on the skin, and it then looks a little bit grubby. So this one is Angelique, and it smells of rose. It's beautiful and it's super light. I love rose. Just going to apply that with my brush. Now I don't need that much powder because my skin's dry, but I will take it just over where I use the concealer, just so that it sets there. These are really beautiful liquid brushes. It's by actually a friend of mine. He's called Daniel Sandler. He's a makeup artist, and he created these beautiful watercolours in their liquid blush. So they act like a stain on the skin. And that's also really nice because you want the colour to last, basically. And because you might be feeling a little bit sallow, a little bit sort of grey, it's lovely to use pinky tones, warm pinky tones, just to kind of give your complexion a little bit of a lift. But if you're feeling that your skin has become very sensitive, a slight hint of rosacea, or you're really struggling with an inflamed skin, then either use a very nudie blush to just neutralise that redness, or a peachy blush. Don't go in to use the pink. But because I'm not very pink in my skin, I'm just going to demonstrate with this shade. I'm going to take my foundation brush, because I know I'm not going to use it again, and I'm just going to just blend that in together so it just migrates beautifully with that foundation, so everything just looks natural and fresh. Okay, so moving on to eyebrows, there is one product that I absolutely love, and again, it's going to last for up to 2 days, and I've got terrible brows. I've got really patchy brows. I must use some growth products on them. I just keep forgetting. Wonder Brow. Wonder Brow is a great product. I'm going to show you how to apply it. I'm going to brush my brows through, but first of all, before I put the Wonder Brow, because I've got such a gap here, I'm going to fill in with my kohl pencil, then I'm going to set with the Wonder Brow. So I'm just applying it to the tail of my brow. It's more of a personal thing for me because I just don't like the thinness of it, and my brows are set high, so I just tend to take it down a little bit, but the Wonder Brow will set it beautifully. So the Wonder Brow comes, this is blonde, I think this colour is yes, blonde. And what I suggest you do is really push the bristles together, and then you can just go through your brow and pick up the colour onto your brows like that. I have had so many people come up to me and say, thank you so much for recommending this brow product. It's brilliant. I don't wear much makeup, but I like my brows to stay in place. And I trust you, you will have to scrub this product off if you want to get it off every night. And that's still lovely and natural, but if I was going to have a hot sweat, and once my skin had calmed down, just to have your brows and your skin in place just makes such a difference. You know, going through the menopause is a real struggle physically and mentally. And when the estrogen drops, you can feel very low. A couple of my friends have been feeling very low. They lose their confidence, they forget who they are, I suppose, very simply, and they feel vulnerable. Everything is changing, nothing is feeling the same, and they're looking in the mirror and they don't feel themselves. That doesn't last forever and it does change. But let me tell you, just having a few little products that you can change in your makeup bag, whether it's to boost your skin or to just reframe your eyes, can make a really big difference to your confidence, so give it a go. For the eyes, as we get older, we all need to have structure. So that's lashes, bit of definition on the lid, maybe a bit of definition around the mouth and brows, but keep it simple, keep it soft, no hard lines. So I'm going to go in with an old favourite of mine, which is the Kiko 04. This is a long wear cream eyeshadow. I love this colour because it's quite dark. And I'm going to use the darkness just around along my lash line, as if I was doing a big, chunky, uneven liner. I'm going to spread it out, so don't worry. The reason I'm doing this is I want to show you how to migrate the colour again, how to push the colour from here upwards so you get a nice dollop of pigment right in between those lashes. And that will give you lovely structure to your eye without being overpowered by an eyeliner. I'm just going to blend in with my MAC brush. So it's so pretty, and as I blend, those little sparkles come out. So what was a messy liner now becomes a nice smudgy shadow, which I'm just going to push into this area here, because that brings out my socket. And I love the sparkles, and when that hits the light, it's really, really delicate. And sparkles make you happy. Now you have to be quick when you do this product because it dries, but that's what we want because we want it to last, especially if you find that your eyes are a little bit more watery as well. And we're going to finish with some waterproof mascara. I'm going to be using Max Factor's 2000 Calorie, which is a bristle brush, and it gives a lovely soft natural eyelash. I mean, most of us double cleanse, and if you don't double cleanse, start double cleansing, because the cleaner you can get your skin, the better the products that you're using, the expensive products that you're buying and putting on your skin can absorb so much better. So as your first cleanse, use an oil, which will take off the waterproof mascara, and then use a cream. I'm just going to add a little bit to the lower lashes too. Great, and if you're feeling tired too, just add a little bit of highlighter on the inner corner of your eyes. And it doesn't really matter about the colour of your skin, whether you've got Asian, black, Caucasian skin. All our skins will react very differently, but they will react in a different way because our estrogen is lowering. Now, for lips, I'm going to do something really soft and pretty, and I'm going to use a Rimmel lip liner. Now, this is a really lovely colour, this one. Yes, 011 Spice. And I'm just going to use it to redefine my lip line very slightly, and then I'm going to fill the lips in. Such a pretty natural colour, this. So this is the lip colour I'm going to use. It's called Sugar Coral, is a tinted lip colour by a company called Fresh, and I just love these colours. As you can see, it's well used. It's got an SPF of 15 in it too. It's really, really hydrating. And if you find that your skin is feeling a little bit sallow, or you're finding that you're a little bit tired, add colour to your skin. The darker the skin, the richer the colour. Colour has a wonderful impact on how we feel and how we look, especially if you're wearing like a neutral colour like I am. Do you know what I'm going to do just to finish off is I'm going to use a little bit of bronzer just to warm up my skin slightly. I'm feeling a little bit pale, so I'll use Casino by NARS, and this is a really, really light bronzer. I'm going to use it around the hairline. Oh, I love it when the bronzer just sort of melts in to the blusher. That looks really pretty. So there are obviously many, many ways that you can do your makeup when you're going through the menopause. Keep the structure in your makeup, add a little bit of colour to lift, really focus on your skincare, exfoliate and hydrate. Do your own research, but most of all, give yourself a little bit of kindness and make yourself feel as good as you can. It will make all the difference. And remember, all those symptoms, they won't last forever. Bye for now, and I do hope this has been helpful.